the war that happened, and the war, the wars on Gaza Strip, and the wars on like this, the war. That's what I hate. The apartheid between the Palestinians and the settlers in the West Bank. I do hate. I that's like I hate injustice. The injustice that is happening from your side to our side. That's what I do hate. I don't hate the Jews because they are Jews. I don't hate the Israelis, but I hate the injustice from that happened from that. You know what I mean?
Yes, but you think the justice, the injustice is for the Palestinian, not for the Israelis?
Yes, the injustice for the Palestinians, and also let me tell you what in the West Bank they are occupying it. Like what is known for me, Palestine or the Palestinians should be at the homeland, and also for the Israelis. Most of the Israelis they do believe that the Israelis or the Jews should be at the homeland, like the whole historic land. You know what I mean?
So
Okay.
you do know.
I do hate.
I'm sorry. Go on. I'm sorry.
Continue.
No, so
Okay.
I understand that
So-
you do recognize the history of our nation in this place. You do know the history. You know that this is our homeland, that we came from here.
You came from what? Hello?
I mean, yes, can you hear me? I'm sorry, it's my phone.
Yes, I do. I do hear you. I do hear you.
Okay, so what I understand from you is that you do recognize the history of our people here in this region. You understand that we came from here, so this is our place. Or
So
you don't recognize it.
of course I do. I understand like the virtue because for me to be a Muslim, that I should believe that what happened back in the time of Moses and what happened between him when the Jews were in Egypt, and then when they crossed the sea and they came back to the land, to the Sinai desert, and so on and so on. I do recognize this, and I'm not going to ignore it, of course.
Okay, so
But
when you take the Palestinian as a nation, how old is this nation? Where are they come from? When you go back in history, where do you see them?
well,
Except the last 50 years.
of course, for me, the Palestinians, like from the many books I read and from the books, just Google that, who are the Palestinians, and so on. You will find or the genetic heritage of the Palestinians. For me, the Palestinians, when you say Arabs, you say Arabs by the influence, of course. That's what from what I gained. The Arabs we became Arabs, and many Arabs, like in Syria, like in Egypt, like in Iraq, they became Arabs by influence. Okay, we were here. I'm not going to say when I don't know how do you recognize, like if you were so just ask you, are the Israelis like the Jew? Is it a religion or is it an ancestry or like a bloodline? I just want to know because I can't imagine like.
I don't believe in definition, a lot of definition, but I don't know. It's very hard to tell. Do you know why they call us Jews? Do you know why? Where is the name from? Jews?
Jew?
Yeah.
Jewish? Yahudi yani, you mean?
You mean people that came from Yehuda? You know where is Yehuda?
Judah.
Yehuda.
Yeah, Judea and Samaria. That's what you call that's what you call the West Bank, right?
Yeah, this is historical. Yes. This is a name, and when you dig there archaeologically, you can find pieces 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, with a Hebrew writing, and you can tell that was a Jewish Jewish kingdom over here. But
okay,
we can start every who was here first and who is more rooted to this place. Palestinian is a nation that was invented 50 years ago. But I do recognize if they want to live here, I do recognize the right to live here if they want. But one thing is very bothering me that
you said
they were created.
Okay, you say that we were like created 50 years ago, and what about the Palestinians? Like, what about what about my grandfather who was born in that area, and his grandfather who was born in that area, and so how can you say that there's a nation that wasn't it, and in 50 years they have an accent like an Arabic accent, okay? They have customs. They have their own like traditional. Like when you say nation was invented, okay, 50 years ago, you say like 50 years ago, 50 years are not enough to make a culture, okay? But 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 1,000 years ago is enough to make a culture, okay? How did we gain like from 50?
I said that the Palestinian are a very young nation that was 50 years ago. Yes, this is right. And even if it's only 50 years old, we are willing, we are truly want to live here by our sons, and we were agreeing to the UN the partition, and they didn't. But something is very bothering me that the creation of the Palestinians was in one purpose only, and the purpose is to eliminate the state of Israel. This is what bothers me. You understand? I'm not against the Palestinian people. Okay, don't forget that the Palestinian mandate was also including Jordan. Jordan was also Palestinian mandate. So
because the historic Palestine, when we say that the historic Palestine was including Jordan, of course. When the British, yes,
where does the name Palestine come from? I'm asking you, where is the name Palestine come from?
Okay, the name Palestine from. I'm not going to say. Honestly, I don't know where's the name. I know where the name came.
But you said it was an ancient nation. I know where's my name come from. So where is your name come from?
Okay.
It's very important.
As I read,
in history.
Okay. As I read before, when the name Palestine came, it came from when the Romans take like on the second temple destruction, the Romans changed the name like as a punishment for the Jews.
Exactly.
The name Judea and Samaria to Palestine. Is that what you want to hear like this?
No.
Okay.
I just wanted to see if you agree on some things. Okay, you can proceed from there. Okay. The name Palestine came from you're right, when the Rome somebody you posted Wikipedia page on Palestinian people. They wanted to disconnect the Jewish people from this place, okay? let me tell you another thing. You will be shocked. Okay, a lot of the Palestinians share a similar genetic code as Ashkenazim Jews. Did you know it?
Yes, I know it.
You know why? Because a lot of the Palestinians was Jewish people that live here, and after a long time of under occupation of Muslim control, they had to convert to Muslim by generation. I'm speaking to you hundreds of years ago. So lots of the Palestinians are mostly Jewish in their roots, but they had to convert because that under Muslim control minorities are not respected by the religions. You can see it in Egypt. The Egyptian are treating very, very bad to the Copt, to the Christian people over there. You can see it in Lebanon. Was a Christian state, and the extreme Islamists took over the country over there. So,
okay.
I don't say it's you, yeah. I know you have extremists and you have all kinds of political views, but for my sadness, the extremists are controlling most of the country. You can see it in Egypt now when the Muslim Brotherhood took the government over there. And they're not being such democracy. By the way, you are from Jordan. What is the history of Jordan? What is the nation of Jordan?
Like, you want to know the name Jordan came from, or to be honest with you, like when you say Jordan, it was came when it was named by the British, not by its own people. Okay?
I know.
But
I know
we
when the British the British established the Jordan Kingdom as the name of the Jordan River.
Okay.
And if you think about it, if we talk about the Palestinian, I understand you are Palestinian. You consider yourself a Palestinian.
Yes, I consider myself as a Palestinian more than Jordanian because I don't feel connected to this land. Okay, can you turn your camera on? Maybe it became good. Okay. So I do believe that I don't feel like I'm connected to Jordan, to the Jordanian society, to their own. That's what I don't feel. I feel I'm connected to the other side. You know what I mean? That's the thing. That's what I was raised on. That's what because you know what happened in the year of 1948 and the tragedy, and it's mainly injustice.
What happened in 1948?
Yeah, what happened in 1948 when I'm going to tell you what happened with my grandfather. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. When the Haganah groups they came to our village and they were shooting at people to get them out, and my grandfather had to leave, and without anything, he left to the right now what is known as the West Bank. Okay, when the land, he had to leave to a refugee camp. What have he done? Have he done to live in a refugee camp, a miserable life in a refugee camp? Why? And then what happened? And then what happened? And then we had to leave after the 1960s. Okay, in the 70s we had to leave. My grandfather from my father's side, we had to leave because also of the war. On my mother's side, my my mom is also from the same village. We had to leave from Jordan. She had to leave. I'm sorry. She had to leave from my grandfather from my mother's side. He had to leave from the same village that we are from to Jericho, to Mukhayyam, to a refugee camp. It's known as Ain Sultan, Mukhayyam Ain Sultan. And then at the year of 1967, they had to leave to another refugee camp in Josh. It's known as Mukhayyam Suf. Okay, that's
Okay,
and when my mom tells me, and when my mom and my dad tell me that the story and the stories and how were they living and the poorness and the poverty they were living. Right now, I'm not considering I don't really sorry, I'm having trouble in talking. Can you speak Arabic?
لا يا حبيبي.
Arabic تحكي.
كيف حالك يا شباب؟
You were a soldier, right?
Of course.
So that's why you can keep حالك يا شباب. Okay. So
I'm just joking. Listen, you said you told a tragic story, a personal tragic story of your own family.
yes.
I will not dispute this story. Okay, I didn't been there. Your grandfather and grandmother was been there. It sounds terrible, and I feel you to your heart. But I want to talk a little bit more historical point of view. What happened in 1948? Can you tell the story in more general, not personal story? Like what happened from your point of view? What happened in 1948?
Okay. I really don't know the other side, the Israeli side, but what I know. Okay.
Stop smoking.
So what I okay. I don't smoke. I don't smoke it a lot, but it's okay. So what I know and what I studied I studied like the when Balfour Declaration happened and the Jews became to Balfour Declaration. Balfour Declaration. Of course you know it. Like when Lord Balfour told I don't know who's the Zionist leader who was there.
You call us the Zionist leader?
When it's not like this. When Balfour Declaration, when they said that
Balfour, okay.
Balfour, we say it was Balfour Declaration. Okay, I'm sorry. So when Balfour Declaration happened and they promised the Jews to give them a homeland for them at Palestine, okay, that's when the name Palestine was.
You know where the name came from. You know that Rome changed the name of the place to prevent the connection between the Jewish people on this place. You know it. You just said it before.
Yes, I said it. I said it. And I'm not going to just to displace myself. Like I'm not to disconnect myself from. You name it whatever you want, and I name it whatever I want. It makes no difference for me. You know.
No, it's really history. It's history. It's really about fact. Starting not telling the fact. It's making it very difficult to understand each other. Okay.
Okay. The fact that
fact, it was called the Palestinian mandate. Yeah, Palestine mandate. The mandate on Palestine. You're right.
I don't know. I don't know the mandate. The first time I heard the mandate of Palestine. Maybe there is something wrong for what I learned from. It was called Palestine. Both of the Palestine and Jordan. Okay, it was called Palestine. Okay.
So, okay, continue. I'm sorry.
Okay, what happened? The immigration was it started. Okay, there were so many
Which immigration? Which immigration?
Immigration of the Jews started after
So
they
in the beginning. So in the beginning there was no Jewish people here.
No, there was.
So it was.
And they were and they were considered as Palestinians.
Okay. And there was a Palestinian state over here, like the people was here called Palestinian. All the people that live in this area are called Palestinian.
Yes. They were called Palestinians, and we were called Palestinians.
It's strange because in the history, history, it's very hard to find this nation, but okay, I will flow with you.
You know that it was all like Palestine, Jordan. I'm going to tell you the current borders right now. Palestine, Jordan, Syria, Lebanon, Saudi Arabia, all these countries were considered with the Ottoman Empire, I guess. Of course, they were with the Ottoman. Yes, and these areas were considered as one country. Okay.
Okay. Country who was so you said the Syrian, the Jordanian, and everybody was here was Palestinian.
No, I didn't say this.
But
the Palestinians, when the name of
this area. So all the rest of the nation called on this nation, of the Palestinian nation. I try to understand.
There was nothing like formal, like there was nothing like the Lebanese, the people who live in Lebanon, okay, they considered themselves as Lebanese, but there was no Lebanon. There was no country called Lebanon. The Syrians also the same.
But there was
the Iraqis.
But there was a country named Palestine.
No, I didn't say there was a country like before before the United Nations. When the United Nations, there was no country named Palestine, but there were Palestinian people. That part of land was called Palestine.
But
they saw Palestine. Mm-hmm.
All of this area called Palestine, the Palestine mandate. So how? So if you say that all this place, also Jordan, also Lebanon, also Syria, called the Palestine mandate.
No, Syria and Lebanon weren't called Palestine.
Say again.
They were also they were known as one thing, like as Bilad al-Sham. You know what?
The big Syria. They called the big.
Yes, Syria. The big Syria. But there were Palestinians.
The Syrian people want you to be part of this big Syria.
What?
Syria
I couldn't hear you.
Syria wanted that Jordan and also this part, they wanted to be a part of it.
The Syrians?
Yeah.
They want to be part of Syria, of course. It's like the biggest Syria, the big.
Syria wanted to take over.
No, I really don't know. I don't know about this. If they are hiding something about us, we had our side of media, and and like books and this, and you have your side.
No,
You know,
I'm asking. I'm not sure. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't.
The internet.
I don't know
I'm
about
not
this.
sure. I'm just asking.
I don't know about this. Syria don't want to be with. Syria don't want to be with like take over the Palestinians. Okay.
Okay.
But what I want to say that what happened in the year of 1948 when the immigration became like there were too many, some new Palestinians they didn't like it, and also
how many people live in the area of Israel back then? How many Palestinians were living in this area?
I really don't know the number, like the exact number. I don't know it.
You don't know
yes. But hundreds. They didn't reach a million.
How much Jews and how much Arabs live in this area?
I guess the Jews were minorities and the Arabs were like the most.
And what happened? What happened when this time when the Jews was a minority and the Arab was most of the people? What happened?
Okay.
How the Jews been treated by the majority of Arabs?
Okay, they were treated like freely. I know that treated freely and yes, in the city of I don't know. I really missed between Yafa, I guess. Yafa, Akka, and also in Jerusalem. There were Jewish people. Nobody went to me.
You didn't study that before 48. A period of something like 100 years. Pogroms, mass pogroms was conducted on Jews in this area by the Arab majority. Do you know it?
I don't know.
No?
I don't know if there were people who were forced to convert to Islam or.
No, I don't talking about the converting. I'm talking about killing.
Uh-huh.
About pogroms. You know what is a pogrom?
What?
Pogrom.
No.
It's like riots. Lots of people come, I don't know, the big crowd coming and start to do trouble, then probably kill some people. This is pogrom. But targeting a specific group of people.
Uh-huh. I really don't.
If you want after we talk, go and look up, I don't know, in Wikipedia or I don't know what kind of source.
Can we see?
What happened here before 1948? But now continue.
Okay. Can you send me like a link or something because it's hard to find, if you can.
What?
Can you send me a link? A link.
I can look it for you. You prefer it in English or in Arabic?
In English and Arabic, because in Arabic, like in Wikipedia.
Okay, this is the first one was committed in Hebron in 1936. Okay, I'll give you the English link, and then you just I will give you the English link. Okay. Change it to Arabic.
It doesn't take Arabic here.
Probably. Also Hindi. The second one happened in 1929. In all part of the country. This was before the State of Israel established. So I think the people that was here didn't like the Jews before Israel.
I really don't know. I will read about it and tell you.
Excuse me?
But not today. Okay?
No problem.
No? Okay, I will read about it and tell you what I do think. Okay?
No problem.
So, what do you think about the Palestinians like me who want to go back to the land?
Wait, before we change the subject, continue what happened in 1948.
Yes. The war, when let's go to the year of 1948 when the war happened, okay? And
why did the war happen?
Because of who started the war? You mean?
No, not who started the war. Why did both sides fighting each other?
When the Arab countries around Israel, the Arab countries wanted to get the Jews out because they were trying to establish a country for them.
Use the exactly words. You remember the exactly words of the leaders around us? What did they say? They said, "We will throw the Jews to the sea." This is the exactly words, and they repeated it again and again. And three Arab countries with an army attack Israel. One day old country. Okay? And I understand that war is not it's not a pleasant thing for everybody. But you need to understand what happened. So
first of all, who said that we want to throw the Palestinians? We want to throw the Jews to the sea. Okay, is Jamal Abdel Nasser. Jamal Abdel Nasser?
Yeah, the Egyptian king, president.
The Egyptian leader. Yes, the Egyptian leader, president. His name was Jamal Abdel Nasser. I guess you know him.
Also Syria.
I don't know about that. Who said? Who was it? Assad?
All of the Arab countries. Were they go to the Arabs that live the Palestinians that live in Israel. They to them, go out because now we're gonna finish them. Go out, we finish them, and then you can come.
Yes, that happened.
Generally,
that happened. The Palestinians, many Palestinians. Many Palestinians had. It is after all, it is war. War, anything in war can happen, and everything in war is okay.
You know
Okay?
what I wish is.
So the
You know
people
what I wish is.
in that time, yes.
If the Palestine was accepted the partition plan from the UN like we did, you can now celebrate 60 years with us, country by country, and remember that most of the Palestinian mandate was given to Jordan. Don't forget it, and we are not complaining about it. Okay.
Okay.
The Arab country try to eliminate it as soon as we switch country. And you before you recognized our right, our roots to this place. Okay. And just said even today in the Arab world, lots of leaders say they want to withdraw to the sea. You probably know Hamas. What do you say about Hamas?
Hamas?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Of course.
Consider.
Of course. I'm not going to ignore it or say no. They're not saying this or saying that. I'm not going to ignore that. But what we are looking like here, like I'm trying here to make a bridge between me and the other side. You know, you're living where are you living now?
I'm living.
I want to talk to somebody. I want to know how the Israelis are thinking. What do they think? Like I saw Israelis say some Israelis say we want to have a confederation with the Palestinian state. Some Israelis say I don't accept the Palestinians and I don't want you around me and I don't want you with me. And some Israelis say so. So there are many different opinions. Okay, I'm not when like the Hamas leaders say that we want to get the Palestinians out. Why did Hamas started? It started because of the Israelis of the Israeli policy against the Palestinians. They started because
what policy that we gave 100% of Gaza. We created all the Jewish settlers from there. This is what we get: an extreme organization that spawned by Iran. And the Muslim Brotherhood created it. And the main goal of this organization is to destroy the Israel and the Jewish people. After we withdraw from this area, this is what we get. If you look
you say like after
we are willing to give territories for peace. When you think 99% of the Israelis want peace. I want peace, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get the peace. Okay, but I need to worry about my survival. Okay, like the right to return. Okay, now it's impossible for me because it's meaning for me one thing: the end of the Israel state, as you know today. It's a problem. It's a problem. You said your right to return. What about all the Jews that came from Arab countries? What about their rights? And they were kicked out of them. All the money, all the houses was taken away from them. It's conflict. It's bad. It's not nice for anybody. Believe me.
You know when you say like. First of all, I asked you at the beginning. I asked you what do you consider like the Jews? Are they?
I didn't hear you.
Yes, I asked you what do you consider the Jews? Is Judaism as a religion or an ancestry, like a bloodline? I want to know because
I think when you have a religion that defines a group of people through thousands of years, it makes them also blood ancestry.
Okay. And
You're talking with the wrong guy about religion, okay? Because I'm not a religion guy. I'm not.
and also do I. I'm not religious, but when you say like our right to return,
What?
you say the Jews' right to return to their land, and okay, I'm a Muslim, and I don't have the right to be in Mecca, and I don't have the right to be in in Arabian Peninsula, okay? Because I'm a Muslim. Because why? Because I don't belong there. Because I don't belong there. I can go to Hajj, okay? But I don't belong to Saudi Arabia. Most of the Palestinians go right now to work there and then go come back, get money from there. But mainly I don't want to settle there because I don't belong there. I belong to my land which it is Palestine or Israel or call it whatever you want. The whole land in like right? I belong to that part of the world.
Okay. So I am. Me too.
Okay, but who like it's really when me and my friends are talking about the Middle East conflict, which is very Palestinian conflict. If you just dig everything that's happening right now, it mainly goes back to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Okay, when you're talking about it, it's really complicated because the Israelis say, or the Jews say, that we deserve. You got two groups of people who say that we belong to that land, and they are fighting against it. You know?
Say again. I'm sorry. I didn't understand.
Okay, I said like. I say when you say about what is going like the Palestinian conflict, it's a conflict on the land. A land of two people fighting with each other because.
I'm sorry that I'm stopping. If you look about the map, you will see it's not about land.
Hello?
If you look at the map,
it's about what? If it's not about land, if it's not about the land, it's about what?
I believe that your attitude is very naive. I think you're speaking truly from your heart. I don't disagree with
yes, I speak like.
But you all know about the Muslim. I don't know how to say it. Okay, it's very hard to explain it to you.
Right.
It's not about the land because this piece of land is very small. Okay? If it was about land, you were very happy because the English kingdom gives the Arabs the big side, the Jews, and from the other side they also give you the, more land. And the Jews a little bit of. So if it's about land, it's not about land. Okay, I know that you have.
It's about what? If it's not about land, it's about what? Like it's Muslims and Christians against the Jews. That's what you're saying.
I don't think it's in this area. It's against the Jews because in this area, non-Muslim country, it's a problem. And you can see it around the world. The Muslim extremists are fighting against everybody that is not Muslim.
What?
Why Al-Qaeda is fighting in the United States? Why
Well,
doing terror attacks in every place in the world? Why? Even inside the own country, in Iraq, every day terror attacks. Why?
That when you're talking about like Al Qaeda, it's not like I don't consider them for me what I learned about Islam and when I read the Quran. Okay, when I read it, I see it.
I didn't mean you.
Yes, of course. But when you
said extremist Islamists.
Extremist Islamists are they if they consider you like many extremists the people who got the way of thinking of extremist Islamists they if they don't like you and they don't like me they made some terror attacks in Jordan also if you don't and I have a doctor who was died in these terror attacks okay so if it's not about for the Palestinians, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, I see it as more as two groups of people fighting on the land. It happened that these groups, the Palestinians, who are mainly as Muslims and Christians, and the Jews, who are the Israelis who are Jews. That's what I see. But when you talk about that's another whole another story when you talk about the extremist Muslims. When you talk about Qaeda, when you talk about like many of these groups, I don't agree with them. And for me, they do not present Islam as a religion. Okay.
So how do you explain? You said the extremists are the majority in those countries, like in Egypt, the extremist people are the majority of Egypt.
When you talk about the Muslim Brotherhood.
Yeah, the Muslim Brotherhood are very extreme. What do you think?
Well, like it's different from person to person. Like for you, they are very extreme and radical. For others, they are moderate. For others, like for me, like if you want to put a scale from 1 to 10, and like 5 is like the moderate people, I will give them 6. The Muslim Brotherhood. Okay, so no. If you're 10, you are like super extremist. Extremist. That's what I do.
So,
okay? I would give them like more than half. Like,
maybe this is a problem.
I do not agree with them, and I do not agree with how they do things. Okay, because I have a different point of view. But when you say, I really don't know what's happening right now in Egypt, honestly. So, what should I tell you? For me, I see it as two groups of people fighting against them for the land, and you see it as two like religions fighting against each other. Is that what do you think?
So less, yeah. But
okay.
But I didn't say that you are I don't know fighting for a religion or something. Neither than me, yeah. I think you're speaking from your own theology in your family. I can truly understand it. But you need to understand that we didn't kick you out. We didn't describe it in the Nakba Day. Describe it like we were murdering you and rape and I don't know, like horrible. It wasn't the situation. And
So if that if
you by yourself
if that
said other Arab nation told you to get out, you not get hurt. And in case of war, stuff happened. Okay, shit happened. Okay, so you become refugees. The Jews from Arab countries become refugees. We are as a country took the Jewish refugees from the Arab states, and we should do. The other states should absorb you as a refugee, and after one generation, you need to stop to be a refugee, like the other any place in the world. Only the Palestinian can give the children and the grandchildren a stand of being a refugee. It's the only place in the world, and the UN built a vision taking care of refugees for the Palestinian. One body to take care of the refugees, Palestinian refugees, and another body that take the rest of the refugees in the world. Okay, it sounds to me like no.
You say like what are you saying that what happened has happened and you should accept that you are a refugee and is that what you're saying?
You're not a refugee. You're not a refugee right now. You're a refugee because you're choosing to be a refugee.
Yes, I chose to be a refugee because I have a land and I should come back to it. That's the right thing. That is that. You know.
But this is exactly what we did. And when we did it, all the rest of the countries over here wanted to take us down. So what do you think that we should do?
I suggest if you want if I know you can't choose that, you can't change anything, but if the Israeli government to have to be like to end this conflict, to get the Palestinians back, to allow them to go back to the land that they were taken from, and then they have I don't believe in a two-state solution. You know, I believe like
one state solution.
Maybe yes. Because you might see that I'm naive in my thinking, but I can see that this small piece of land deserves to be separated also, more than it's like to get smaller than it's, you know.
So basically you're saying. What do you think happened after, let's say tomorrow, the right to return is given to all and everybody come back here? What will happen? What happened to me?
Okay, what will happen? I'm not going to say that.
It will continue to be a democratic state. It will continue to be a Jewish state.
That it should be a Jewish state, and I believe like if you want to. Like there's the Palestinians Arab, the Israeli Arabs, the Israeli Palestinians say that it should be like a country for its own citizens, and I believe that it should be like a country for its own citizens. Okay.
Why you don't believe that Jordan should be a country for all citizens? Why it's okay to be Jordan a Muslim state, and why it's okay to be Egypt a Muslim state, and why it's okay to be to Syria to be a Muslim state, and Israel cannot be a Jewish state. The only one in the world.
Okay,
why do I not deserve to promise my children a good place to live in? Why?
Mm-hmm. So, like in the Iranian constitution, they said that that Islam is the main religion because the majority of people are Muslims. That's why. But let me tell you about Jordan. Like in Jordan, they say all the Jordanians, in front of the law, they are equal. Oh, there's somebody. So
basically, you're saying that if tomorrow most of the people in Jordan convert to Christianity, it will become a Christian state?
maybe, I don't know.
No, by the rules of
The law, of course, like if most of the Jordanians became Christians,
so
cool.
The majority is a majority.
There's nothing like.
The majority religion is calling the state religion.
Okay, but to tell you just, if you're saying like it's a Muslim, like it's a Muslim country by the name, honestly. If you want, like we don't have, it's Muslim country by the name. The laws are not Islam. The laws they came from France. Okay, I don't know Almania, you know, Almania.
Yeah.
You know this word in Arabic. Okay, that's this. We have like in for the Jordanians.
Our rules come from England.
What?
Our legal system is based on the English, on the British legal system.
I can't understand you. Can you write it because I can't understand it?
Our legal system, our law in Israel is based on the British legal system.
Okay. Is that what you said? Like, okay, there's nothing wrong with that. So for the Jordanians, like Jordan is a Muslim country, but we have our laws, like the laws of that are from the religion, and we have laws that are like. Do I consider it as a democratic? No, not as like democracy. Not as I want, not like I want.
No, by definition, it's
like what
itself as democratic. Not by your opinion.
Mm-hmm. They consider themselves as a democratic state. Okay, if there is some kind of democracy in Jordan, I'm not going to say that it's a dictatorship. We have some kind of a democracy. We have, but the main problem, I can. What?
Election.
We have election. We have parliament. The parliament. There is no laws comes without the parliament. Okay, there's an election in I don't know how many days. I'm not interested in it. Okay, but
who is the leader of the country? Who decides what's going to happen in the country? The king, King Abdullah.
The king, he's what the Jordanians could consider him like is like how I say the person who takes the balance between the Jordanians, because here in Jordan it's very complicated. You got the Jordanians who are like from the east bank of the Jordan River, who consider themselves as the Jordanians, and you have the Palestinians, the Palestinian Jordanians like me, who have the Palestinian origin. Okay, these two parties, like in public, they don't say there's a difference between them, but in like between them, there's a difference. Okay, and also
between the Jordanian and the Palestinian.
Yes.
But
yes, and they were.
But the both of them was living in a place called the Mandate of Palestine. So by your definition, they're both Palestinians.
I don't know. That's the main what makes me questioning myself. When you say that was like the Palestinians, I don't know. Right now they don't want to consider themselves as a Palestinian, and that's their right, of course. That is their right.
No. But you see, it's very the facts that you are presenting is very unclear because you said the Palestinian people is who that lived in the place that was called Palestine. But also the people that live in Jordan was living in a place before Jordan that called Palestine. So I don't understand. You created two nations, one Jordanian and the other Palestinians.
Who created that is the British movement.
Yeah.
Created
So if you think about it, Jordan is a Palestinian state.
And Palestine as the equal of the Jordan River. I do not believe I should be. What is right that the Palestinians that me and people who are like me who are like from the west side of the Jordan River, okay?
Yeah, but you get
they should be.
Side, so
I don't know. That's what he's saying. Like many of Israelis saying that Jordan is Palestine. Jordan is Palestine. Where
because,
it was.
Because if you think about it, it's by you define it. You define who is Palestinian and who is not. Then by your definition, Jordan is a Palestinian state. All the people that was Jordanian that lived there is Palestinians because this place called Palestine is become Jordan. And you're talking about occupation.
But what about
bank? Where was all the occupation? Was the West Bank was under Jordanian occupation?
Okay.
Why you didn't
and what?
scream to the wall that you are under occupation of Jordan? I think I know the answer.
When Jordan became as a part of when the West Bank became as part of Jordan, it became like they came and they said we are going to how is it to protect you from the Israelis, to protect you from the other side.
Because we wanted you need protected from us because what? Because we are going to kill you?
Yes.
Because
really. Like there's a lot of propaganda in this. There's a lot. It's very complicated.
So,
it's very like a person.
Basically, they told you there was a propaganda you to believe that we are dangerous and they are protecting you.
You tell me like you say what are you saying to me like I am. You telling me like I am. You're saying like I was in that time. I was born in the 1992. So I really don't know what really happened. I just barely read. I really don't know what was that. But I was born in the. Okay, you're talking to me like I'm 100 years old and I say everything and you know what I mean? What I say, but part of the propaganda, like I was scared. I was very scared of the Israelis. I was very scared when I started to understand the world around me. I was in maybe third grade, and it was time of the second Intifada in the West Bank. Okay, and there was a lot of propaganda in that, and to tell you how I was scared from the Israeli, it was a little bit naive, but when I was little in third grade and second grade, I was thinking, sometimes I was wake up and to tell my mom, I'm scared because there might be an Israeli soldier under my bed. Can you imagine?
Are you serious?
That's how the people feel scared from me.
everybody knows that Israeli soldiers are not hiding above the bed. They are coming from the closet.
What?
I'm joking.
That's people were scared. Many until now, the people are just both sides are scared from each other. Okay, there's a lot of hate, and there's a lot of I don't know. You tell me.
I agree with you, but I will tell you something, and I wanted to promise not to get hurt with what I'm going to say, because I think that in the Israeli side, the education is much closer to the truth than the Palestinian side, and I will tell you what I'm meaning by saying this. As you just tell me.
Can I repeat because there's just cutting? Can you repeat?
Of my opinion, the education in the Israeli side is different from the education in the Palestinian side. Like you just told, that you will teach that we want to kill you and we take the land brutally from you and teach you away from your country, from your right, and you are terrible, and then. And I can tell you, in Israel, that I study, it's like objective point of view of history of what happened. And we are also learning about that. Yes. So you just cut off.